Hello and welcome to my channel, Cali Legends Media. I wanted to do a little video today. I was thinking about a homie of mine from back in the days from Lomas. Very good little homie. Well, he's not a little homie, he's about my age. Pequeño from Lomas. I was holding on to a wallet for him that we made up in Wayside in Max. No, in Super Max, where they had a leather hobby shop. And we made different things. He made a wallet that threw up Lomas and had a charro on it that he put Pequeño written on the band. Anyways, I was going through some of my things and I found the wallet and I was thinking about him. Anyway, I'm going to tell you this little story how I met him. I met him in the county jail, right? We were up in 9500. And anybody who's been to the county jail up in 9500, you know how it is. It's wild up there. It's the Wild West, you know. Especially back in the days when I met Pequeño, it was all good back then. There was money. There was you could get them up with any of your ops. You could rob people, take people's tennies if you wanted, take their shoes, whatever you wanted, whatever you could do, you could do. Anyways. The way I met Pequeño was I had got at this white dude. There was this big old white dude in there. He used to like to be barefooted all the time, right? But that cat had money, man. He had a big old sack of store. He had all kinds of stuff, man. And people would bring him things. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know. I was trying to watch him because I had a feeling that he had something like some type of crank or something, whatever the white dude's like. Anyways, I was doing bad, you know. I wasn't talking to my family. I was mad at the world, you know. And so I needed to come up, right? So I got this dude and I boxed him in his bunk area and I took his money bag. I ripped his money bag off of him. Got all of the things that he had, you know, and basically drug him over to my bunk, right? And when I first went in, he stood up. You know, he stood up, but I cracked him. And he went back down in his bunk, right? And basically let me get away with all that, right? So I thought that was it. You know, done deal. I came up. I'm good now. I got a little bit of cash. And I went over to go gamble, right? And Pequeño was there. He was already there gambling and stuff, right? And then this homie who's standing up, on, you know, like on the hallway where the bunks are lined, he calls me, right? Back then they called me Güero from the Pistoleros, right? And he's like, "Hey, Güero, hey, here come the Gabacho's coming, homie, trucha," and he has his shoes on, right? So I'm like, all right, so you know he's ready now. He's ready for the business, right? So I got up and I started walking. I just walk towards the Gabacho. I start walking away from him, right? And like I'm kind of like looking to my right, but my peripheral vision, I'm looking where he's coming, you know, how far he's from me, right? And all of a sudden, he takes off full sprint, right? Thinking that he's gonna get me from behind. And when I turn around to, you know, to get him up with him. Pequeño, little short dude, man. Little homie puts his arm out like this and clotheslines, dude. Clotheslines, a perfect clothesline. Dude's feet went up in the air, man, and bam, he slams on the floor, right? He starts to get up and gave me time to run over there. You know, I start taking advantage of the situation. Pequeño just started laughing and he went and he sat down and he picked up his cards, you know, and he's just shaking his head, you know, and the little homie that was standing on the side, you know, dude was finished already. You know, he was already he got mopped up. But after in the ending of things, dude decided he was gonna throw a couple of punches and kick the dude, you know, and walk away. So what happens is, dude gets up and he's a mess. You know, he probably got a more of an issue than he deserved, you know. But anyways, I don't want to get into why I was the way I was and did the things I did. I did what I did. Uh, what I do them these days, probably not. Back then, I was just a little bit more wilder, you know. But anyways, dude takes off straight to the windows, man, where the huras sit, right? He starts knocking on the glass, and he's there for a minute, right? I'm back sitting down now playing cards, but we're watching him, and we send this other wood to go and get him. Like, hey man, go get your homie, man. Tell him to get the fuck away from the window. So he gets up and he goes over there, but dude's already talking to the sheriff, right? So yeah, they pop open the door, man. About 12 sheriffs walk in yelling, "Hey everybody, get on your bunks, get on your bunks," and they take dude out. They take him out into the hallway, right? So we're all on our bunks, and they want us laying down on the bunks with our hands out like this, right? Hanging off the bunks where they're gonna walk. And they're walking down the aisle of the bedrolls and looking at everybody's hands. They're looking for marks, any kind of cuts, any kind of scratches, right? If they find one, they say, all right, get up, take your t-shirt off, you know? They check you more, right? So I don't know if there was another dude down the ways that had some marks on him. Maybe he got into some chingazos earlier, or I don't know where the marks came from, but he wasn't involved with anything, right? They snatch him up and they take him out. Then they get to the little dude, the one that gave me the warning shot. When old boy came, started coming towards me, they got to him. and with his luck, the hit that he threw made his knuckle ball up, right? So they get him up and they make him take off his t-shirt and, take off his blues. They're checking him with a flashlight, looking for any scratch marks and stuff. They take him out, right? So they go through the whole floor looking, right? That's it. They just got those two guys, right? Well, dude identified them, both of them, as being the perpetrators. The ones that did him dirty, right? So the juras say they're going to file charges on him for jailhouse robbery. And one of them's talking loud out there in the hallway, hollering at one of his boys or something. Hey, tell homie to come out here and tell him it wasn't us, and dude starts like, hey homie, I'm telling him, shut up, man. Don't say nothing. So they close the doors, they're happy, they got the bad guys, and they take off. Dude gets off his bunk, the one that was seated down by the doorways and where the barred windows are. They're not windows, they're just bars. This is where a window would be. But anyways, dude that was on the bunk by there comes and he tells me, hey homie, you gotta go tell him it was you, because they're gonna file charges on these dudes. You gotta, it's only right. I says, look, man, dude got himself involved. He he didn't have to put hands on no boy. Yeah, but he didn't get nothing out of it. I go, yeah, he did. He thought he was going to, and I probably would have broke him something, but he just decided to throw a couple of punches, and if they would have caught me, they would have caught me, I wasn't gonna tell my homie over here or him to say that they were with me or that it was them. It is what it is. Dude got involved. He busted his knuckle. He got caught. I'm not gonna go tell him nothing, I don't know. Some of you might think that's wrong. Some of you might think I should have went over there and said something, but I did it. I was like, hell no. I'm not gonna get no jailhouse robbery and go snitch on myself, And dude shouldn't have got involved. If he rolled the dice, and dice came out bad for him, and he's out in the hall. He's gonna get charged, and that's just the way it's gonna go. He goes, well, what about other dude? I go, man, other dude, don't even talk to me no more. Get the F out of here, man. I didn't want to talk to you about nothing. I'm not going to go over there and confess to some bullshit because they found some marks on dude. and dude goes and points him out. That's the Gabacho's bad. He's the one that said that, yeah, those were the two guys that got me. You know, I had nothing to do with none of that, you know. And we're in jail, man. You know, what are you thinking? I told him, kick rocks, you know. I mean, anyways, we finished playing cards and stuff, and me and Pequeño started talking, right? Anyways, we both ended up getting transferred together to Wayside Max. We ended up in the same module, in the same little dorm, you know, that same module area. And we were working together. You know, he was doing drawings. The guy was a good tattoo artist. He did my dragon on my arm here. But dude used to get down on drawing with pens, pencils, you know, how to shade. You know, he was bad. So he started doing some drawings for one of the guys the hooders that used to watch us, right? He wanted a pig like with a cop hat on a motorcycle or some shit, you know, different dumb things he'd ask for that I guess the hooders take pride in, you know. And you know, he would teach me how to shade, and you know, later on he showed me how to draw eyes, how to make them different colors, even though you're using a pencil. You know, he says you draw a brown eye like this, a green eye like that. You draw an African American structure of his face a certain way, a Mexican a certain way, and a white person a certain way, and that's how you could distinguish the race of the drawing that you're looking at. You know, even if they're all drawn in pencil. Anyway, so the guy gave me a lot of klecha. Pequeño taught me a lot as far as drawing goes. I'm not a very good drawer. You know, I got a little bit all right when I was younger, but I haven't done it in so long. You know, even my writing's all messed up now. But anyways, Pequeño, man, he was a good dude. He passed away. I'm not sure what he passed away from. I had some experiences with him in the street. He was from Lomas, but he hung around here in Maravilla a lot. And he hung around in all kinds of barrios. I used to give him rides to all kinds of different barrios. And he'd go and he'd spend a couple of days there doing work on people and doing his thing and enjoying life the way he liked to enjoy it, you know? And I seen his wallet today and I thought about him. I wish I knew somebody in his family, man, that I know was, you know, if there was some way I could know it was his family, to give him that wallet. And it's a badass wallet, and he made it with his own hands, you know? I don't know if he has any kids or family out there, but if he does, I'd like to know, you know. Get at me in the comment section. Anyways, this is my county jail story about almost getting caught for in-house jailhouse robbery, and how I met Pequeño, and how everything went down. And that's the way county jail was. That's the way 9500 was. Back then it was a wild, wild west. You know, the whites didn't represent the way they do now. Everybody's more structured. Everything's more structured, and certain things just aren't allowed anymore. The rules have changed. The game has changed. But I just wanted to share this because I thought about homie today, you know? Even though, man, sometimes I'm just drying myself off and I see the dragon. I'm like, orale, homie. Think about my little homie, you know, Pequeño. He's a cool little dude, man. A lot of heart. Short dude, but, man, he had the heart of a giant, man. He was a monster, you know, among men. So, my respects to Pequeño from Lomas. Rest in peace, little homie. And I hope you guys enjoyed this story, and hope to see you on the next one. Kelly Legends Media. God bless you. God bless your family. And thank you for watching.